sat in the corner just, yeah, I like that. Pass me the baby oil, yeah. Just stroking it, just stroking it. Cassie's testimony, violence, drug, and SA. Cassie explains the 10 years of freak-offs with Diddy. What do you mean 10 years? 10 years? He's been doing this for a decade. It's crazy how this has been going on for this long and it's just now coming out. But everyone knew about it. I'm telling you, what's dark must come to light. And we better find out the truth. This might be a little crazy to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. Lock in.
Bada bing, bada boo.
Judge Arun is seated on the bench. He's at the very front of the courtroom. I am on the third to last pew on the back right side. Alex Fine, Cassie's brother, Cassie's cousin, as well as Cassie's legal attorney are also in the row in front of us.
So all of Cassie's attorney, the whole team is right in front of you. Right. You're looking at them.
Out of one of the double doors from behind where we're sitting, the door opened.
This is crazy because she's been doing YouTube content, just disclosing, crazy information, like crazy courtroom cases and just documentary type of stuff. And the fact that she is now one of the people, she's one of the jurors in the Diddy case. And now she can literally make videos on it. It's so crazy.
Opens and in walks Cassie. She's wearing the long brown dress that you've probably seen pictures of her in already. She walks in, sits at the witness stand, and Combs, from my perception, statuette. And maybe it's in my head, but he feels more frozen than normal. And it doesn't even feel intentional. Through Cassie, the jury learns that
Diddy knew he
messed
up.
38 years old now. She was in an on and off relationship with Combs for a little over 11 years. Cassie states that she signed a 10-album deal with Bad Boy Records. She releases one album in 2006 and then never releases another album again.
Oh, nah. I'm telling you, these labels be messing people up. So she telling me she's still technically a part of this. She still has to drop 9 albums legally.
Furthermore, Cassie states that she was in a platonic friendship with Combs when she signed him, and it wasn't until her 21st birthday that things start getting intimate. Side note, they are 17 years apart regardless.
Ew!
She says they go to Vegas to
oh my God, disgusting.
She did not want to kiss Combs, not in that moment. But eventually they come back to New York and they start hanging out more. He was getting his apartment renovated, so she would meet him up at the hotel that he was staying at, which was, interestingly enough, the Trump Hotel in New York City. But Cassie says, even the first time she was invited to the Trump Hotel, she describes the feeling as, initially a bit nervous, and then just like being a young artist, excitement, of course, and okay, we're gonna talk about music or we're gonna talk about what's next. But through the hotel meetups of them just talking about these projects, they start developing a lot more comfortable relationship with each other. And then, quote, I remember being introduced to the idea of oral sex. It wasn't something that I really understood or did at that point, and he basically taught me how. There's like a few different...
Bro, what the hell, man? All she wanted to do was make some music. And this man groomed her, even though she was of age, but still 17 years difference. No, you're a weirdo. He knew what he was doing. Like, I know this is not his first time doing this. Like, bro, oh my gosh.
Few different modes that Sean Combs took during Cassie's testimony. He's either very stoic, very statuesque, or there are moments where it feels like he's intensely staring at her. He could be staring at the evidence screen intensely, he could be staring at the judge intensely, but it did feel like he was staring at her intensely at certain points. Or he's like just scribbling notes. And with that, there are a lot of things that have gone viral now with the direct questioning or the direct examination by Prosecutor Johns. Ms. Ventura, do you recognize who is depicted in Government Exhibit 2A501? Scott Mescudi, or Kid Cudi, as people know him? Cassie says that when they were dating in 2011, she did not tell Sean Combs, but he did find out. How did he find out?
And then blew up his car.
He actually found out during a freak-off in LA. What was his reaction? I just remember...
Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean he found out during a freak-off? Wait. You can't just casually throw that in there. Like, what you mean? Like was Kid Cudi in the freak-offs with y'all? I'm confused. And the fact they named it freak-offs, my question is the freak-offs like a competition? Like, who can do the freakiest shit? Is there a prize at the end? Like, why did y'all name it this? Bro, these are grown men, by the way. Like, bro, oh my God, bro. This is how y'all spend y'all evenings, freaking off on each other, bro. We can't just like sit down and watch Netflix or something. We can't go to the movies. Damn, bro. Nigga, yeah, I was there. Ban him. I saw the video of the freak off on Twitter. I can never get that minute back ever. What do you mean you seen a clip? There's no way. Tell me you saw. Wait, did you see did you see him in it? Like, did you see his face? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I'm up right now, but you know, it was Little Kim and him. Oh my gosh.
Remember him putting like a wine bottle opener between his fingers and like lunging at me. His eyes were blacked out, super angry, and I just had to get out of there. It was actually another time that I was able to get out of a freak off. He was just so angry, and when I was in the room, he told me about the videos that he had, that he was going to release of me and how he was going to hurt Scott and I. So when I was leaving, I was more than ready to go. Sean, kicked me in the back on my way out, so I just had a big bruise on my back. I fell to the floor and
oh my God.
Yeah, and then left. So she gets another hotel room with Scott, and that's when she sends an email to her mom and Scott just in case as a record. It reads, "The threats that have been made towards me by Sean Puffy Combs are that he is going to release 2 explicit sex tapes of me, one on Christmas Day, maybe before or right after, and another one sometime soon after that. He has also said that he will be having someone hurt me and Scott Mescudi physically. He made a point that it wouldn't be by his hands. He actually said he'd be out of the country when it happened." When you say danger, what's...
He was going to hire John Wick to get you knocked off just because... Wait, how you get arrested for having an orgy? Because it's not just an orgy. Yeah, be freaking off, but just like with Cassie, it's like she's stuck in this. Like, she's not allowed to leave. And if she tries to leave, she gets abused and kicked in the back and things of that. So it's great, first and foremost. And then, bro, these are Hollywood celebrities. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's minors involved. You know what I mean? Like some weird shit on top of weird shit, on top of weird shit, on top of weird shit. And we're only 4 minutes in. So we're about to hear some more weird. So lock in.
What specific danger were you worried about? I mean, Sean said to me before I left LA that he was going to hurt the both of us. And I at least took that in my mind, like, if I stay in this situation, we both will be hurt. If I don't, no one will be. He mentioned that when we were out of the country, that Scott's car would be blown up. So far,
and it did get blown up.
Kim Porter have come up, but there hasn't been much
Kid Cudi's car got blown up.
Didn't already know from like a few months ago about the two of them.
The fact that that's a known fact, that he got his car blown up over this. Everything that's being said is true. Like, whatever, bro. Everything. Wait, what? Yes, he blew up his car because Kid Cudi and Cassie were dating. Like, but before all this freak off stuff came to be about, that's like the only thing I knew about Diddy. Is like he blew up Kid Cudi's car on some Batman timing. Like, what type of supervillain are you? Are you the Joker? And how aren't you not arrested for this? That's what I'm saying. Like, 10 years. Oh my God, bro.
Now, side note, more celebrity names will come up during the cross-examination of Cassie, which will be covered in the next one, but
more celebrities. Oh, snap.
That came up during the direct.
Who?
Jonathan Odie. He's a speaker for a website called dancingbears.com.
I don't know who this is.
It's an X-rated website where male dancers put on big bear masks and have intimate relations with women.
What?
Sean Combs.
He a furry? Oh, nah.
Yeah.
He did whatever he called himself.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati. I had something to do with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I seen the liquor cocaine up front.
He cucked himself out. Are you serious, bro? He hired a furry dude to have sex with Cassie, and I'm pretty sure she didn't want to do that, so like that's great on the other hand. And then he just sat in the corner. Nigga sat in the corner just, yeah, I like that. Pass me the baby oil, yeah. Just stroking it. Nah, bro. Why is being famous doing this to people? My thing is, they have so much money and so much power that they don't know what to do with. They are lost on the inside, so they need to find pleasure on the outside. And again, they have all this money. They have they can do anything in the world, pretty much. Things get boring after a while, so they just up the stakes and up the stakes and up the stakes. Same thing with if you guys watch Squid Game, the whole reason why they made Squid Game is because they were bored. They wanted to have fun. They had so much money that they literally they couldn't get any dopamine from scrolling on TikTok. The thing they had to do was, let's get a whole bunch of people to kill them, fight to the death for money. That's the only thing that made them feel alive again. Yeah, like gooning. It's just like you start off with some regular stuff, but then it's like, you get so used to it that you gotta find something more freaky to get the nut off. But this is like a real life version of that. Again, I'm telling you, Diddy was a gooner. Diddy was a professional gooner. That he turned into this. I'm telling you, stop gooning, or you will stop gooning, or you will turn into Diddy. You heard it here, folks. If you goon, you turn into Diddy. Facts. You heard it right here. You heard it right here. Diddy is the first gooner to ever live. I'm telling you. Oh.
Track of myself having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it cheap juice, but it's liquid cocaine.
Liquid cocaine? Nigga, what? What do you mean, liquid cocaine? What? That's a thing? I'm telling you, bro. I be thinking that baby oil isn't just baby oil. I'm telling you, like, he laces the baby oil. So, like, when he freaks off with people, like, he just, like, kind of squirts it on them, and then, like, they knock out. You feel me? I'm telling you, bro, like, this nigga's weird, bro. He literally, oh my God.
It's just confirmed.
He literally hired someone to have sex with because I said, that's bad goons for real. No, this is horrible goons. This is horrendous goons. This is demonic goons. No, this is demonic goons.
Brother,
demonic goons.
Confirmed that they know each other. He describes everything pretty distinctly. He says the freak offs, yeah, I mean, candles, he would just sit in the corner sofa, watch, and he'd tell her, give instructions what to do to perform it. Rub baby oil. Then he'd tell me, rub baby oil on her, perform oral sex. He says that he probably engaged in 15 sessions, and he would get paid about $800 each time. He says the biggest issue, though, that he had was...
Okay, this might sound crazy, but, like, only 800? That nigga's a millionaire. Nigga paying 800 to do some freak offs, bro.
Cassie just seems so drugged out that he decided, I feel like she's gonna die one day and they're gonna blame it on me. So he says that he records a video at a freak off because he's scared. He says,
hold on. I'm a Christian and I used to beat my butts. I recovered. Type timing. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Stop gooning in 2025. Everyone clap it up. Because that is something to be proud of. Honestly. Proud of you, man. Proud of you. That's 12K. But 12K for 15 sessions of freakiness. There's some things he can never unsee. For 12 bands? Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Passed out. I decided to record that. So in event, anything worse happened if she died, well, anybody died, they'll be on camera, they'll be on video. Like, I wouldn't be responsible for any of that. Combs just starts threatening Jonathan. That's what he's accusing. Eventually, allegedly, Jonathan signs an NDA and takes allegedly $5 million of what some might call hush money. Prosecutor Johnson asks, and how did you learn what a freak-off was?
Oh my gosh, hold on. Them Dubai princes be doing worse. I've heard some crazy stories, like how people will go to Dubai, girls will go to Dubai. Some dude will talk to them, chat them up, like, hey, you want to come on this yacht? Okay, they go on the yacht, and then not only are they doing sex work, for money, they will get tricked out. They will let them buy everything just so they can go on this yacht trip, and on the yacht they would be like pooping on them. They will literally be like gang the girl. I heard like this one story, threw her in the water while she was tied up, so she would basically almost drown just to bring her back up and do more to her. Peed on her, bro. Disgusting work. Whew. But I think Mr. Diddy Combs is right up there. If not Probably worse. The reason the vile Dubai chocolate is called Dubai chocolate is because the shit in the middle resembles human poo and then princes behind it. I didn't explain it good, but you get what I mean. Yeah, I understand. Jeez. Bro, I'm telling you, it's like once people get money, they just turn into a freaking weirdo. I don't understand. I don't understand it, bro. I will never understand that, bro. Bro. You can't let this stuff go to your head, cause and then again, like if you are empty on the inside, you're going to look for external things to fill it. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. That's how, like, it's all addictions at the end of the day, bro. Lock in. We got to lock in. We really got to lock in. This is bad.
Within the first year of our relationship, Sean proposed me this idea, this sexual encounter that he called voyeurism, where he would watch me have intercourse and sexual activity with a third party, specifically another man. What was your reaction when Sean told you about voyeurism?
So a cuck. Yeah, you're so weird.
I was shocked. I wasn't expecting anything like that. I just really, at a loss. I didn't know how to react. I didn't want to upset him if I said that it scared me, or if I said anything outside of, okay, let's try it, because I was just always down for the things he wanted to do. I was really nervous.
Oh my, why was you were down for this? The hell? There's a Sydney Sweetie movie about voyeurism? What? Why would they make a movie about this? Why would they make the movie about this? Nigga, they fund everything, nigga. Oh, goodness. I hate the world we live in. Jesus. It's a good movie, though. Until you realize that the niggas that made the movie are the niggas that do it. Them co-producers and directors and producers. Nigga, goddamn, bro. Sydney Sweetie carried. I'm so sorry. Like, you have to just think about all these actors. The things that they have to go through behind the scenes. Like, we already seen, like, with the whole Nickelodeon Dan Snyder thing. What happened to the young kid actors? Bro, this world's so messed up.
Did you agree to try a freak off when Sean first proposed one? I did. Approximately how old were you when Sean first proposed freak offs to you? I think
watching Voyeurism for Sydney Sweetie.
Can you describe for the jury?
Are we watching that?
The term freak off, what that entails. Basically.
Imagine if he liked minors, nigga. We don't have to imagine, bro. That nigga Diddy is a diddler, a kid diddler to be exact. Ain't no imagining, bro. Ain't no imagining. I'm telling you, bro. You know how many people was on that Epstein list? It's bad, bro. It's actually horrendous how many prominent people that we would look up to just for their accomplishments they made have done some crazy, allegedly. I'll say that so I don't get sued. Allegedly. So bro got caught in 4K. Write that idea down. Low-key would bang views. You want me to put that down? Okay. Watching Voyeurism for Sydney Sweetie. Oh, goodness. Is this like a new movie? Let me just copy this. Titles. Boom. Okay. It's in the list. No, it's from ages ago. Wait, when? How like before Euphoria days? Because like even with Euphoria, it's like, oh my gosh, this is weird. Now how old was the girl when she was married? So Cassie was 17. Diddy was, someone do the math, but they were 17 years apart. I'm pretty sure Cassie was 19, right? I said it in the beginning of the video. 2021. Okay, but still. Sydney Sweetie has had some interesting roles. My first time being introduced to Sydney Sweetie was in Euphoria. Titties all in my face. Like, I had to blur all of that, bro. Bad goons. 17 years apart is crazy. She was 21. Jesus. It's called The Voyagers. Okay. Okay. Understand. All right, let's get back into it. Whew.
It entails the hiring of an escort and setting up the experience so that I could perform for Sean. It just involved Sean being able to watch me with the other person and direct us on what we were doing sexually. She says that she would always wear those stripper dance shoes.
He wanted to be
high heels, uncomfortable.
A videographer.
What if any supplies were needed?
What is wrong with him?
Main supplies were baby oil, Astroglide as lubricants, and
Astroglide?
Initially, what kind of lighting was used for freak-offs? Initially, it was candlelit, so various candles. What kind of candles were used? At the time, really strong smelling candles like Glade or Diptyque. Any just really strong smelling. Later, she says that there was a distinct smell during freak-offs, so perhaps that's why they used the very strong candles.
What does that mean?
Lots of just mixing of scents of body scents, baby oil, but Also later, there's blood and urine.
Stop.
How was the baby oil used during the freak-off?
Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up.
It's just as important as everything else being there. We used it quite a bit. You used the word session. What do you mean by session? A session in a freak-off would be like one full time, the escort, until basically they finished. She said within weeks he asked for another freak off, and she responded in like the same kind of mixture of like nervousness, what am I going to do, but also I can't say no is the feeling. Why did you feel you couldn't say no? Just didn't want to make him upset.
Oh my God, really?
I didn't want him to make him angry and regret having told me about this experience that was so personal. His trust meant a lot to me at that point.
Oh my God, the manipulation, like, because not only is she signed to him, they are obviously got to know each other on a really deep level, and I'm pretty sure she was on drugs. Like he got her addicted to drugs, so like they're dependent on each other. And then like she's also scared that like, oh, if I get him mad, if I say no, he's gonna get mad, he's gonna beat me again. Oh my God, bro. I can't deal with this.
How frequently did you have freak-offs with Sean after they started? After they started, it became almost weekly, I would say. So each time that an escort ejaculates is a session. But there's multiple sessions throughout the span of 36 to 72 hours. But there's acts within the sessions. So the first act of the session would be self-pleasuring while looking at each other. This is what she's saying. What was the next step in the session? Self-pleasure was just continued to put oil on, eventually get to each other, the escort and I, and actually start touching each other. That would eventually lead to oral activities. And after the oral intimacy, what typically was the next? That would lead to...
Why do they have a step-by-step guidebook on the freak-offs?
Sometimes Sean and the escort would both have intimate relations with me or doing something at the same time. Sometimes Sean would just watch. Cassie, also in a now viral moment, is asked about when the escorts would finish. Usually they would finish like wherever Sean instructs, and they would go into the bedroom inside the hotel suite, and she would transfer the substance from her body to, quote, usually on his chest, on his nipples. And the individual stages that you described.
He would get nut on his nipples. He would say, hey, don't finish on her. Come here and nut on me.
Brother,
Nah, bro. You will sit in the back, watch her get piped down, then say, come nut on me. What the hell? No.
Described how long typically did each of those stages last? Felt like forever. One thing could be hours, honestly, depending on how.
Hours? Oh my God.
Approximately how many sessions would you have with one escort during a freak-off? I would say at least 2 or 3, but a freak-off could be 3 to 4 different men.
I'm not demonstrating a freak-off, bro.
That she enjoyed
I can barely even listen to this.
And I think that this is where the direct examination keeps bringing in text messages to show, like, there are times where she initiates a freak-off, and she's trying to explain, the only reason I initiated a freak-off is so that I could spend time with him alone. How frequently would baby oil be applied to be glistening? Like every 5 minutes? It was a lot. He would, if he felt like we were too dry, he would let us know. What would he say? He would say, you're too dry, you need to put on more oil, or you need to be glistening, you need to be shining. Approximately how many bottles of baby oil would be used in a typical freak-off? A lot. I would say definitely somewhere close to 10.
10?
After a freak-off, can you describe the condition of the room where the freak-off was held? The room was usually pretty bad off. There was oil all over the walls, the door handles, the bed, the
on
sheets.
the walls?
What else, if anything, would you...
You're squirting baby oil on the walls? What the hell? No. No.
Soiling the linen.
Yeah.
Blood, urine.
Stop.
On my period.
No.
Urine. How would urine get on?
Stop it.
Sometimes Sean would have, he would have the escort urinate on me. You mentioned choking. Why were you...
What? No, please. Okay. Like I need a break. Give me a second. Give me a couple seconds. Just give me a couple seconds. Holy frick. Is this what? Is this 10 bottles?
A gallon.
10 bottles of baby oil.
A gallon.
No. Blood and piss. On her period. My stomach hurt. I'm so sorry, y'all. We almost finished, though. We almost there, guys. It's okay. So this torture is almost over. And this is just hearing. Imagine having to experience this or just even see this we in too deep. I'm saying.
Why were you choking? Too much urine in my mouth? Does he have to use...
Okay, no. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Ref, actually do something. Okay, you're telling me she didn't, not only did she get pissed on, they pissed in her mouth. So much to the fact where she had to, she was choking on piss.
Oh, hell no! Hell no!
It's the fact she's testifying while pregnant. Oh my God. Oh my God.
To use drugs during every freak off to disassociate and numb herself. She said
Oh
it
my
would be a
God.
range of ecstasy, marijuana, ketamine, GHB, some...
What? How many drugs are they doing? Like, no, like this makes more sense because there's no way in your sane mind can you even just, oh my God, there's no way you could do this on a sane, sober mind. You have to be on a whole different planet. They did every drug in the book. They say ketamine, ecstasy, Molly. What?
Sometimes mushrooms, just whatever there was, later cocaine, and it was always Sean providing the drugs at the freak-offs.
His liquid
How much time out of your
cocaine.
week did freak-offs take? It would depend on how long they were. They ranged anywhere between 36, 48 to 72 hours. I feel like the longest...
72 hours a week? Isn't the average work week 40 hours? Wait, this is what they spend their time doing. So are you telling me the reason why Cardi took 5 years to drop his goddamn album is because he's been spending 72 hours in the freak sessions? Nigga, if you spent 72 hours in the studio, we might have had 3 albums already. 3 days of gooning. This is not gooning. This is, we need a new word. No, we need a new word because this is worse than gooning, bro. Oh, fuck. What's a good word? What's a good word we could use? Freaksations. Freak circus. Circus of freaks. Nah, freaking. 3 days of freaking. They reached the final boss of gooning. Oh my God. No, they are the final boss. We got to come up with a word. We got to come up with a word for this. 3 days of freak offs. We need a better word for freak offs. We don't need a better word, but like I just need something to say because I don't even because gooning doesn't fit the category of this demonic activity.
Longest one was over 4 days, maybe even more, like on and off with breaks. So it was how long they were. They ranged anywhere between 36, 48 to 72 hours. I feel like the longest one was over 4 days, maybe even more, like on and off with breaks. So it was a significant part of the week. Pretty quickly over time, she says, I knew that it wasn't something that I wanted to be doing, especially as regularly as it became. But again, I was just in love and I wanted to make him happy.
What?
Ultimately, at that point, Sean controlled a lot of my life, whether it was my career, the way I dressed, like everything. Eventually, Cassie says,
I know love can make you do some crazy things, but this? Oh my God.
There's the element that she was scared that there was also so much blackmail material. She basically felt like,
facts.
quote, if I didn't do it, that it would be hung over my head in that way or that these things would become public. And she says initially that these videos were recorded on like small tape-filled cameras.
What?
They were recorded on both Cassie and Combs' devices. Sometimes they would later watch the videos together. But he would just threaten to blackmail her with them whenever he was upset about something.
This is so disgusting, bro. Holding something over someone's head like that, something this disgusting is like, bro. Lust will make you do crazy things. This is why you have to defeat lust as soon as possible. Or again, you will turn into Diddy. Promise you that.
She says, quote, he just wanted to hurt me. She said, honestly, at that point, whatever was going to make him not be angry at me and threatening me, I was willing to do. As a result of freak-offs, what, if any, medical issues did you experience? I had a lot of stomach issues and like gastrointestinal issues from taking drugs. I also would get frequent UTIs, which are, I mean, if you had one, you know how painful it is.
Oh, goodness.
So how frequently did you get these UTIs? When we were having frequent freak-offs, it was sometimes like they were back to back. Sometimes I couldn't get rid of it, and I was actually doing the freak-off with an infection. How did you feel to have sex while you had a UTI? Horrible. It's the most uncomfortable burning. I wouldn't advise it. Approximately how many freak-offs in total did you have with Sean? It's impossible to know. Hundreds. Appearance was very important to him. My appearance, it varied on what he wanted me to dress like depending on what was going on. Some days he would want me to be really sexy and be his woman, and then other days, I could be on my tomboy looks and stuff like that, but he was very involved in it. You mentioned your nails earlier. How did Sean say he wanted your nails to look?
He was being his
He
stylist.
preferred them to be white. In the lawsuit, she states that the white, he liked the contrast from usually the black male body parts. So her whole life is just preparing for a freak off, doing her nails, getting a wax, getting a tan, getting all the supplies, the baby oil, getting the hotel, finding the escort, making sure that Sean approves them, then participating in the freak off, and then recovering from the freak off. I mean, a whole week.
This lasted more than a decade.
Yeah.
And
A
there are
decade
public
of
figures that's actually being
bull.
seen all the time, but nobody knew.
I think it's just complicated because there's so many elements. I think it's like everything is a building block. It's the age gap, it's when they met, it's the power dynamic. It's like everything is a building block. And interestingly, she testifies that the conversation about freak-offs happens around the same time that the relationship starts getting violent. She recounts the first time that he was ever violent with her. They were at a party. They were at this dinner with a lot of other people, and she had seen him flirting with somebody.
Disgusting.
And there was another person that looked at Cassie and was like, oh, like they saw that she saw it, and she just shrugged her shoulders like, whatever, because what is she supposed to do? And when they get into the car, she says, he knocked me around and was just really mean. His security driver was in the car too, but quote, he hit me in the side of my head and I fell to the floor of the car. We were in his Escalade, just shook me up and scared me quite a bit to the point where I was just trying to get out of the car. I was just shocked. I didn't necessarily understand what happened and why he was so angry, except for the little bit he said he was like hitting me in the car, and I don't know, I just hid out at home after that. The government also brings up another exhibit which shows Cassie's eyebrow being completely wound. The cut looks pretty deep with shades of pink.
Oh my
so
God.
it's like pinky flesh, like different shades.
Treating it like a sport. I want to go to sleep. I don't like what I'm hearing. I just. Oh.
See if I snuck up in your bedroom, touched you while you sleep.
Different shades of pink.
Wait, what do you mean? A picture of a close-up
Of her eyebrow, and it's like slightly different.
Nah, and it's crazy because I'm pretty sure he was probably in one. He's probably part of these too.
Colors of pink.
My God.
And then in the middle, it's almost like black. So it's a very wound. And it looks bad. And it's deep enough that she went to a plastic surgeon's office in Beverly Hills to suture it. And it's just evidence of one of the many violent fights that she had to endure during all of this. Cassie sends a picture of her eyebrow to Combs in a text message, which is also entered into the exhibit. But he responds, "You don't know when to stop. You have pushed it too far and continue to push."
How's Cassie's energy or demeanor during this whole?
I don't know how she did it. I don't know how. Her voice was steady. She didn't sound like she's overly trying to get sympathy. She didn't sound like, woe is me. She didn't sound angry. She just sounded like, I'm about to tell you guys genuinely how I felt, and that's all I can do. I don't know why this made me so sad. She was talking about the Intercontinental Hotel and just how Sean was dragging.
Brian, you gotta remember this. She's been doing this for 10 years. So, 10. I can't even imagine doing. I've been making videos for 10 years, but not even consistently. So it's just doing something like that frequent. We talking about they were doing 72 hours a week for 10 years straight. You know how desensitized she is to this? Not that she knows it's wrong, but bro, I'm hurting, bro. How is she still standing? Because she's so strong. Even saying coming out and saying all this. I don't know how she got the courage to do this, but she is forced to do it and being blackmailed. Why can't they read a book or something? Not this. Because they're weirdos. Lonely weirdos. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know. I want to say words, but I can't say it. We're on Twitch. Just know they need to GTA 6 jump off a cliff, Taish.
Dragging her. The way she describes it is so emotionless and very it is what it is. He was just dragging me and kicking me.
That's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
say there's a lot of times throughout where
she's not even
her voice
here right
shakes
now.
or she grabs a tissue, but there's twice when she gets very emotional. How many times has Sean been violent with you before? Who knows? But the worst thing that he took away was, quote, my self-confidence. I mean, just physical things are physical things, but at that point to me, the physical things didn't really matter. I really just wanted his approval. But eventually, August of 2018, the two finally do break up. Cassie just couldn't do it anymore, and they finally have a closure dinner in Malibu. It ended with him bringing me home, and...
Oh gosh, what happened?
Yeah, that was it. We went inside.
Okay.
Went in the living room. He came in, per usual, nothing weird, and...
Nothing happened? Please tell me nothing happened. Please tell me nothing. No, don't play with me.
Then he raped me in my living room.
I should have started with this video, or maybe I should have just never watched this video in the first place. Ending with this video is bad work. I can't. No. I honestly just don't know what to say. Let us pray. Yeah, let's pray. Let's play real quick. I just want to speak some love and light, and joy and happiness and abundance to the people watching. Let them make wise, conscious choices to better their life. Let them be a light to this world and spread light to all their peers around them. And I rebuke any negative energy, any negative people, any evil demonic people like Sean Diddy Combs to ever even come within 10 miles from them. I also want to pray for Cassie because she is the strongest woman I've ever heard of. I want to also just take our memory away from this. I don't want to remember any of what I just heard. Amen. Goodness.
How did you physically react when Combs...
Stop.
I just remember crying and saying no, but it was very... You said that you cried. What did he do when you cried? He continued. I don't even know if he noticed, honestly. He continued, finished, and then he got up and left. After the R word in your living room, were you intimate with Sean again? I was. Once more, but by choice. Can you explain to the
Why? What happened? No, bro. Oh, why is it? Stream just went down. Hold on. Okay, we back, guys. Guys, are we back? I don't know why I just lagged like that. That's crazy work.
If you noticed, honestly, he continued, finished, and then he got up and left. After the R word in your living room, were you intimate with Sean again? I was. Once more, but by choice. Can you explain to the jury why you agreed to see him again after the assault? I
don't know what's happening. The stream keeps hitting red. Yo, Rock Nation listening.
Been together for over 10 years. Like, you don't just turn feelings off that way. But in 2023, Cassie talks about how she goes to rehab. She says, I was spinning out, and I didn't want to be alive anymore at that. So this is where she gets incredibly emotional. I was actually shooting a music video with another artist, and I just kept having these horrible flashbacks. And after the video shoot, I went home, and it was like super, super late, and my kids were asleep. My husband was there, and I just remember telling him, like, you can do this without me. Like, you don't need me here anymore, right?
Stop.
And like, while she's explaining this, Combs is just elbow on his chair, kind of touching his chin. Cassie takes a moment and then continues. I couldn't take the pain that I was in anymore, so I just tried to walk out the front door.
Oh my god.
And my husband would not let me. November of 2023, Cassie files a lawsuit against Combs, and within 24 hours, she settles for $20 million. A huge topic of conversation is that it appears that maybe a pending lawsuit had wrapped up within the past month. And with that, we're going to head into part 2 of Cassie's cross-examination, part 2 of her testimony. So stay tuned.
There's still more, bro. I don't even know if I want to listen to more, bro. This is, bro. I want all these people gone. I want them gone. I know it's hard if you haven't dealt with. I can't say I know it's hard, but it's hard. You know, facts. If you deal with something like this, but please don't keep this to yourself. I'd rather have these people off the grid, knock them off the earth, bro. Please. Take matters into your own hand if you have to. Oh my God. Look, that was the Diddy case. That was only part 1. Let me know if you want to watch more. This is hard to watch, but yeah. My name is Law. You can check out my main channel, TheKidLaw, or check me out on Twitch, TheKidLaw. I'll see y'all on the next video because you already know it's always a Vicky vibe on this channel. Stop gooning or you will turn into Diddy. Facts.